What was the first piece of content where you're like, oh shit, like this is gonna pop?
Yeah, it evolved very, very quickly because fundamentally the initial and the pillars that it was built around, he has the ancestral tenets fundamentally, right? And so
What does that mean?
so these are kind of principles, guiding principles that he's recommending that people live their life by in order to make improvements in their life. And the reality is fundamentally, for the most part, they're basic principles that most humans should know, probably do know, and in some instances, probably more often than not, just don't do. And it can be basic things like bond, spend time with your loved ones, connect, i.e. get outside, sunlight, actually get some vitamin D on, like things that deep down principles make sense, but he'd packaged those up as any good marketer would for communications. And then our job was to be able to communicate that. So if you look at like early days content, it was really about driving that message home. The crazy thing is that even that stuff, like even what I would say less polarizing from like a wild standpoint, still performed pretty damn well. And then it became about volume because the goal was ultimately to grow as fast as possible. And the only way that you're going to grow as fast as possible is through volume, fundamentally. So that's where it was a case of then taking those principles, trying to tie content ideas into all of those things. That's why I use the example of putting a cold plunge on the London Bridge in England. Now, we could go and just get a cold plunge in a backyard somewhere and say, get cold. Or we can go onto the London Bridge, you know, put a cold plunge up on there and film like an epic shot over the River Thames of getting a cold plunge. You know which one's going to perform better. It's just one's going to be achievable with budget and the other isn't. So we did the latter.
Okay.